What would you suggest in terms of someone that's wanting to lean up and strengthen up?
See, to be honest, and it might be like cliched, but without sounding like that, is it's really all about diet, because it doesn't matter how much muscle you put on or how much you want to lean up or tone up or get fitter or whatever it is. If you're eating the wrong things, it'll never be visible. It'll never be.
Yeah.
You won't ever feel good. So I always say that to people when I'm talking to them about training, and they're like, how'd you do this? How'd you do that? Or how'd you get in shape so fast? Or and it's like, well, as soon as it's time to diet, it's time to diet, and that's
You don't eat any shit.
Yeah. So I've got muscles. I've got everything's built already under me. As soon as it's time to lean up, it's diet time. So, and that is the only way.
It sounds shit, but there's like, I just fucking love pasta, man. But
that's like a common misconception as well, because actually when you go into, like, say I'm into training camp and people are like, oh, how are you operating on low calories, or how are you doing 3 sessions a day on low calories? Well, carbohydrates are important for energy. I've got a nutritionist, thankfully, and I've started to understand more as I got older. Like when I was an amateur boxer and you had to make weight, let's say every week or whatever, and hang about there, you would like, anything you ate was like a bad, everything's bad.
Yeah.
Pasta's bad, rice is bad. Like, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. And then you would majorly undereat.
Yeah.
And then
you like starve yourself almost.
Yeah, your performance can't be as good. Whereas I can eat I'm let's say I'm on 1,800 calories. I can eat 5 meals a day on 1,800 calories and feel amazing.
Yeah.
Actually, I probably feel better eating that amount of calories than I do eating 3,000 calories, because I feel clunky and big and slow. So I'm like, people have this misconception of like, oh, you need to be eating a lot to feel this and feel that. But if you're eating the right things and plan it right,
you're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what would you eat in a day?
I've literally only got 3 days of different things. So like, let's say today is like a medium day of training. So I've got 2 sessions. One was boxing there, which was hard, but then let's say my session later on is like a cycle or a something light.
Cardio light.
Yeah. So it's a moderate session, so a moderate day. So I woke up this morning, I would have porridge with berries and a wee bit of peanut butter. That's fine. 65 grams of porridge is quite like, it's a lot of volume when you're eating it. Yeah. So like, that's all I've had so far today. And then I done my training, came here, but
so you've not eaten lunch?
Yeah, but I'm not even hungry. Like,
really?
You know, it's weird. Like, I've had this big bowl of porridge.
Yeah.
Maybe it's just me personally, but I've had this big bowl of porridge and I'm like, I don't really need to eat again till whatever. What I should be having for lunch is like a taco bowl, so like 5% beef mince, bit of rice, bit of lettuce.
You got all your kind of like essentials in that.
Yep. And then that's only like 400 calories. So I've had 400 calories for breakfast, 400 calories for lunch. My dinner's like chicken Caesar wrap. That's only like 300 calories. So I'm actually like 1,200 calories by the time I get to dinner. And then I get like a nice wee like yogurt bowl and stuff. So I've got wee fillers in between. But you're like, I've had 3 decent meals, low calories, with everything I need in them. And I'm not that hungry, and I've trained 3 times or 2 times.
Do you find you're clearer? Like, I feel like when I eat carbs, I think when most people eat carbs, whether it's a pizza, pasta, whatever it might be, you feel so groggy and just like awful after it. Like when I do a podcast after I eat pasta, I can see visibly I'm like slow and like a bit rubbish. Do you feel that mental clarity when you diet?
Definitely. And like, honestly, I couldn't shout about it enough. And it sounds stupid because, like, see, when I don't diet and I'm out of camp and I have got that, let's say, 2 weeks rest period, I will eat McDonald's every day. Like, not even as a meal. Like, I could eat my breakfast, go home, I drive past McDonald's on Great Western Road. Yeah. I'll jump in and get like 2 double cheeseburgers or 2 triple cheeseburgers because I'm a greedy BASDARD. And then like I'll go home and then Anna could be like, "Oh, do you want something for lunch?" And I'm like, "Yeah."
Yeah, make it.
Yeah. But like, see the difference you feel in like your mind, your body from eating clean to that. I'll never stop doing that because it's just a part of like the process and the cycle of like making weight, coming out of weight, making weight. Like if I was always down there, I would be like, I hate this.
Yeah.
But this 3 months where you're in a training camp and you start dieting and your weight does come down and then everything else starts to fall into place. So like, okay, my weight's falling. oh, my running times are getting really fast. I feel good now because people are saying, wow, your
Yeah,
running
you're
times
doing
are
well.
good. Yeah. And then at this morning sessions, let's say, people are like, wow, you're looking like
Lean.
everything's fast, everything's moving, you're looking good. Like, then you start going, right. And then, like you're saying, the mental clarity, the waking up earlier is not as hard. You're not as tired after your sessions. You're like, okay, this is all falling into place. And then a big thing that I don't do out of camp is like drink water.
Yeah.
See, when I'm in and I'm drinking like 3-4 liters a day and like,
Oh, so you're pretty religious.
flushing it out, I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
Like, I feel amazing here. Like, you just feel clear. I don't know. It's weird.
It's sad that people don't ever, because I wouldn't say that I've ever strictly dieted, but I definitely eat healthy.
Yeah.
And like, it's sad to think that people will never understand that feeling of mental clarity. And it's not their fault, by the way, it's education.
Yeah.
So like, if this is factual as well. So McDonald's will open up in poor neighborhoods because they don't have the education to know that McDonald's is bad.
Yeah.
So like, it's a horrible business, but it is very successful because it adopts that scheme.
Yeah.
But like, people will never fully understand without the dieting and the education piece what they can feel like. Like, they'll always be like, oh, my joints are inflamed. Well, potentially the reason your joints are inflamed is because you have a wheat intolerance, and wheat is in almost everything: bread, pasta, pizza. So if you cut out that, maybe your inflammation goes down, and a lot of time it does.
Yeah.
But people just don't have that education piece, which is really sad.
And that's like the harsh reality of the UK as a whole, the culture behind eating and drinking, and that will never change because it's so deep rooted. As like, I don't think you'll ever get out of that. And the people I talk to on a day-to-day basis about dieting or whatever, and like, it blows their mind. And then they still don't care. They'll go and do what they're doing anyway and go and eat what they're eating anyway. And like, oh, I'm eating. I've heard people say to me, I'm eating healthy tonight, and then go and tell me their dinner. And I'm like, where's the healthy
pizza
eating
or
happening
something.
or whatever? And it's like,
Yeah.
okay. And they think they're eating healthy just because they're not getting a takeaway. But if they put a Chicago Town pizza in the oven, they think that's eating clean.
Healthy,
And you're
yeah.
like, just because you make something in your house doesn't mean it's
clean.
healthy. Same way as you could go and get like, you could go to an Indian and get grilled chicken on the grill, and it'll probably be better than whatever you're making in the house. Like, there's the education around eating is so far gone.
It's so perfect.
It's crazy.
Yeah.
And then even like being brought up eating something all the time, and then that's like your parents' attitude comes down to you, and then by the time you hit 18, 19, 20, you're too far gone. You've got a sugar addiction. You're rattling trying to stop eating chocolate or crisps or whatever. Like, I'm just speaking as well for experience. Like, I really struggle when I stop eating chocolate or when I stop eating whatever. I've got a major sweet tooth.
Yeah.
Then you start thinking, right, how can I replace this? When you work that out, that's fine. But then you're like, nothing's ever going to compare to chocolate.
Yeah,
So
it's great.
Yeah, it's hard. It's a never-ending cycle of being like, wow, what am I going to do here?
So I went traveling ages ago to South America. So like, South Americans, when you look at them, they eat a lot of like potatoes, fries. So a lot of them are quite big, but they don't eat chocolate. Like, for some reason, they just don't, for whatever reason it is, they just don't like gravitate towards chocolate. And like sweet stuff, they're not as big on. It's more pastries and, you know, that kind of stuff. So when I went over, I had a major sweet tooth, but they had no chocolate. So I was like, well, I can't eat anything. I then came back 3 months later, and in the office there was like little Mars, you know, those little celebration boxes.
Yep.
And I was like, fuck, class. So I could go through so many of them. Took one bite of one, and I was like, holy shit, it's so sweet. I was like, I can't. That's like syrup. Like, I was like, I can't. But it just shows you. And then 2 weeks later, I was like, I could probably eat them again. Because you're addicted again.
Yeah.
And it's everywhere. It's everywhere you look. Like, even honey. If you get the light packs of honey, like they kind of look a bit more white, like kind of caramelly.
Yeah.
It's like 99% sugar.
Yep.
And then, because I substituted honey thinking that it was good. And then all of a sudden you look at the ingredients and you're like, actually, I'm just putting sugar over this in a different form.
Yeah, in a different form. It's funny, and then like when I talk to people about things like that, it reminds me of like the Kevin Bridges thing where he's talking about, I was eating healthy and I said to my PT I had a banana, an apple or whatever, and he's like, oh, so you had all this sugar and fruit and stuff. And he's like, actually I had a Terry's chocolate orange. I just think that's hilarious because like I've got a mate, he trains with my brother-in-law in the gym, And he puts up his breakfast every morning. I've not said to him yet because I can't bring myself to say to him. So if you're watching this and you know who you are, but he puts out a thing every morning. He's got yogurt and then he's got piles of granola on it. And I'm like, the sugar in granola is major. Like, you're probably eating as many calories as you would eat. You'd be better off getting 2 double sausage and egg McMuffins than your bowl of granola that you're eating. So I'm like, yeah, it's hard. And then, like you're saying, people think they're substituting something,
and they're not,
with a healthy thing, and it's like, really, it's equal calories or equal sugar or equal whatever. Either way, but you just think that one because it's been pushed towards you as this is the healthy option.
It's been marketed to you. Did you see the thing about creatine gummies?
Yes, and I was raging because I bought the Overload creatine gummies because they kept popping up on my Instagram, and then like one day later, I think it was James Smith.
Yes, it was. Yeah.
And I watched it. It was like a 20-minute thing, and I was like,
damn it.
I've just been scammed out my creatine gummy money.
Yeah.
So, aye.
But if it looks too good to be true, it probably is.
Yep.
Like creatine gummies, I was like, wow, these are really sweet. These taste great, but they're good for me? That must be. But obviously they're not. Like creatine's kind of shit. It's like a white powder that you drink. And you're like, I don't really like this. But do you supplement?
With creatine? And
yeah.
I was talking about this the other day with somebody because he's like, I just put a creatine into like a wee thing and I'm like, surely you don't. That's disgusting.
Yeah.
I'm like, I put it in diluting juice, anything I can do to mask it. Let's shake it up so you can't even taste the granules.
It's like chalk.
It's horrible.
Yeah.
But if it's too good to be true, it sounds too good to be true, it probably is. And then, do you know what, like, always really grinds my gears, and it shouldn't, because, like, that's what it is. It's your life, do whatever you want. But see, I used to, like, online coach people and whatever, and you would give them their diet, or you would give them a set amount of calories, or you would give them this, or you give them that, and then they're like, oh, this is really hard, or I'm not enjoying this, or that doesn't taste good. And I'm like, well, it's not really meant to.
Yeah.
Because if it did, then everybody would be just solid and ripped, and like, it's meant to be boring. It's meant to be, you're meant to be hungry for a while. You're meant to be, things don't taste nice.
Yeah.
You're literally just eating to fuel your body. I was talking to somebody about it the other day as well. I was like, we drove to Liverpool for sparring the other day, and I was like, mate, I ate a bowl of cold mince, cold rice, cold salad, like, but I ate it because I needed it, and it was like, that was it, and it got me through my spar and then the train ride home or whatever we done. And I'm like, you don't eat because you want to taste something nice. You need to eat to fuel, and then that's it. If you want to get in shape, that's like the harsh reality of it. I'm not saying you can't have anything nice, but
was people think everything comes easy nowadays. I think that's part of the issue, is people have the instant gratification of social media, or take Ozempic and you'll lose weight. And like, we had Naveed Sattar on, who is a leading health, he's a doctor and he's a leading health expert, and he was going over why the NHS is under strain. And I essentially asked him outright, what's going on? And he said, there's too many overweight people. Yeah. And I said, right, and do you think Ozempic is the cure to that? He said, I think it's good for see if you can't move. If you're bedbound because you're so overweight, he said, fair enough. But he said, if you're just taking it because you're a little bit overweight, there's going to be a sting in the tail of that. Something's going to go wrong because you're messing with your brain's hormones. He said there's there's eye conditions that are linked to Ozempic. You're sick because you're sick so much it erodes all your teeth. There's like so much shit that comes out of it. Nothing comes easy. It comes with, like, if you want to be naturally, have a good physique, be good at something, you need to put in years and years and years and years of effort. And only then can it come to fruition. There was I can't remember the quote exactly, but I remember saying this to Blair Kinghorn. Like, I think that, what was the quote? It was so good. I was so proud of myself when I got it as well. it was like success is years of hard work seen for the first time. Yeah. Because people will see you on the screen boxing and being like, fucking hell, that guy's so naturally talented. Yeah. They won't see the diet or the 10 years that you've been doing it prior to get to the stage you are.
100%.
So it's just like perception. I think that people really do think that things should come like that.
Definitely. So and I think, do you know what? Who was I watching? I was watching a podcast or an interview of somebody really successful, but the guy was in great shape, and he says, like, money doesn't mean anything. you could scam somebody and get money. You can get money illegitimately. You can do this, you can do that. Or belongings don't mean anything. But if you're in good shape, you can't fake that. You can't, like, there's no way around that. Even if you take steroids, if you take this, if you take that, you still need to work to get to the shape that you're in. Or you see these people who have took steroids who are in incredible shape. They never just took a steroid and became massive. They still had to grind for it. So it's like the one true thing that you can show, like, I've worked for this, I've dedicated to this, is a great physique. So I always thought that was great and interesting, because there is too many. Everybody's always like, okay, I can just crash diet for 8 weeks. But after the 8 weeks are done, your holiday's done, and you're away, like, you've not changed your lifestyle, you're not healthy, you're not in great condition. Like, you can't say I'm dedicated or I'm consistent to this. You've just managed to kind of wing it for 8 weeks.
I love it when people begin a training program or a diet, and no matter what stage of the journey they're at, see the fact that they're on it in the first place and they're really trying. Like, that means so. See, when I see people in the gym that are maybe slightly overweight, but the fact they're making the effort to go and lose it is so inspiring.
Definitely.
Like, it's so, like, I love to see it. And people shouldn't be nervous if they are, maybe slightly overweight, or they've never been to the gym before, they want to get a bit fitter. Because normally people that have been to the gym for a long time really like to see that. Like, they really like to see new people coming in and kind of adding into that community. If you guys enjoyed that clip, please do me a huge favor before you go and head over to our Into the Mind podcast official page, where we have the raw, uncut Into the Mind podcast, and hit that subscribe button. And the more subscribers we get, the more incredible guests we can get on the show. I really appreciate you guys for watching. Thank you so much. And I'll see you all real soon.